Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are going to be looking at multiple disturbances in the Atlantic which could form into our next Atlantic named tropical storm Emily. We also have more chances for tropical storm Franklin if tropical storm Emily does form. We're also going to be giving you an update on Hurricane Hillary, which is making its way closer to California, which will make impacts in California as a tropical storm. Here's the Atlantic Basin's satellite imagery as of early this afternoon on August the 19th. We currently have 5 disturbances in the Atlantic. Here is one right there, another one that is down here just south of the Lesser Antilles. We also have one right here and one right there. Just early this afternoon, we also have another named tropical disturbance over here coming off the coast of Africa. Another tropical wave. It is very active out here, but nothing has formed yet. We only have these disturbances. Nothing has yet formed out of one of these disturbances. We also have Hurricane Hillary, which is still a hurricane, but as you can see, we have a lot of dry air that is sneaking into the center of this thing. You can see the eye right there heading northward. It is right by Baja California, the southernmost tip of it, but still heading due northward towards California. And this dry air is definitely going to weaken a lot back into a tropical storm. Might even not make it to a tropical storm as it reaches California. More of a tropical depression if this dry air continues to get into the center of this, as it is just really not liking this dry air on the west side circulating into the circulation. Here's the forecast cone for Hurricane Hillary, and it currently has maximum sustained winds of 115 miles per hour. It is a category 2 hurricane currently. We have hurricane warnings out right now for portions of Baja California. The rest of that is pretty much just tropical storm warnings. We only have a small area of those hurricane force winds as of right now. We have tropical storm force winds, tropical storm warnings out for Los Angeles. The first time in history, I believe, that Los Angeles is seeing tropical storm warnings out right now. Hurricane watch is out for a little area of more Baja California, inching closer to the United States, but so far we just have those tropical storm warnings. It is expected to make landfall as a tropical storm on 6 p.m. Sunday, and then as it heads into the U.S., it will be weakening into a post-tropical depression. Let's take a look first. Let's take a look at Invest 90L. This is the one that is currently just east of portions of the Lesser Antilles here. This is expected to head into the Caribbean here in about 24 hours or so. According to the GEFS tracks, it continues to stay as a disturbance as it goes through the Caribbean, but then it is expected to make a northward turn in between Haiti and Cuba, making a close approach to the Turks and Caicos, eventually making down to a tropical storm strength around 144 hours from now, heading northward towards the Bermuda. This is just one model, so this is just showing you where Invest 90L is currently at. It is expected to not really make impacts as a tropical storm until later on in its lifetime when it makes that northward turn into the Atlantic. Here's Invest 90L model track guidance. So some spaghetti models, don't have a lot of models out for this yet, but we do have some. As you can see, they're very similar to GEFS models, some being more westward than these, but pretty much has the same area of where this is going to go between Haiti and Cuba. I expect this to maybe become a tropical depression by the time it reaches this area right there, just crammed in between Haiti and Cuba there. That's got to be the middle of next week. So as we head into the next week, around Monday, it's going to be around this area, and then by Wednesday, Thursday, it will be heading northward towards Haiti. Here's 90L's model intensity guidance. You can see here we have a lot of models here that do get into tropical storm strength by hour 60. We also have a lot of models that stay right under a tropical storm strength, so this really has a 50% chance of becoming our next named storm here in the Caribbean. Definitely a lot of rainfall is going to be associated with the storm, which will cause flooding for these areas like Haiti, Cuba, Turks and Caicos, may also see a good amount of flooding from this storm as it makes its way through the Caribbean. And here's Invest 99L, and this is just east of Invest 90L. This is expected to head westward towards the Caribbean again, but then make a northward turn because of a high pressure that is much northward in the Atlantic. So really making a close approach, but not really bringing much impacts at all to the Caribbean as of right now, so not much to worry about there. This is not really expected to become a tropical storm yet, just staying under there, so it could become a tropical depression, but really not much of a chance there becoming a tropical storm just yet. Here is the latest GFS model. It's the 12Z run from this morning. Here's Invest 90L, there's Invest 99L or 98L. If there's more than 3 invests, they're definitely a little difficult to keep track of. Either one of these are Invest 98L or 99L, but since these aren't heading towards any land, it really doesn't matter. Main focus is going to be Invest 90L here, that is currently over portions of the Lesser Antilles Islands. This is going to be heading westward through this weekend. As we head into Monday, this is going to continue to bring a lot of rainfall over the Dominican Republic, Haiti. As you can see, according to the GFS model, it will begin to strengthen here around the late hours of Tuesday as it heads into the Dominican Republic. And this could either head into the Dominican Republic or between Haiti and Cuba. But according to the GFS model, this takes an early northward turn into the Dominican Republic, which it begins to continue to strengthen as it heads over there. As it heads northward there, it continues to strengthen. I do believe we will see our next named tropical storm in the Atlantic sometime in the next 4 days or so. Invest 90L being one of the main prospects here. We also have Invest 98 hit, Invest 98L, which also has a good chance of becoming another named tropical disturbance. Not really much of a concern for the Gulf of Mexico threat. As you can see right here, it just kind of circulates as a low pressure system, bringing some rainfall to southern Texas, but that's about it. We got multiple storms here by the time we head into the next week, according to the GFS model, and that's something we will have to watch very closely as we head towards the peak of hurricane season. And looking at some of these SST values, the sea surface temperatures, you can see here the Gulf of Mexico is piping hot, and we only have one disturbance right now that's heading through the Gulf of Mexico, which is not expected to develop into much. We also have Invest 90L, which is going to be heading to some very warm waters, but we do have some shear to the north of this that will interfere with it, so that's why it will have a long time. That's why it will really take its time to develop into a tropical storm. But overall, the main development region is still piping hot here. We have that El Nino phase, so we'll have much more wind shear this year. That will definitely interfere with a lot of these storms. We're not going to have as many named storms as we usually do with past years, as we've mainly had that La Nina hurricane season. If you did enjoy the video on the latest tropics, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single upload or live stream. Share this video with any friends or family that may want the latest updates on the tropics. We have a big flood threat coming from Hillary for Southern California. Make sure you are aware of that if you do live in that area. Stay safe out there. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.